Mobility is the quality of movement. Human beings, from the beginning, have felt his peculiarity as nomad, until the invention of car, buses, bicycle, among others. The big cities have a big problem: the mobility of its inhabitants, due to the flow of people and the new ecological tendency that promote cleaner environment, especially vehicular contamination, and therefore encourage the use of bicycle, creating exclusive land and providing state bicycle for a reduced cost per year. Although not all streets maintain a bicycle lane and there are no funds for cycling on unmarked street, it is a bit laborious for bicycles that are not accustomed to having bicycles in their own street because of their size and must keep the distance between them, so that can cause accident or traffic jam. As a result, conflicts are generated, for example, left or right turning maneuvers. So, in this project, we will try to solve the conflict between vehicles and bicycle in the right turn maneuvers. The general objective: generate solutions in the conflict between vehicles and bicycles in the right turn maneuvers. The specific objective we are going to try to solve: conduct research on previously generate ideas on vehicle-bicycle conflicts in right-hand drive maneuvers. To propose innovate ideas to solve the conflict between vehicles and bicycles in the manner of right turn. Design the sketch of the idea put forward to solve the conflict between vehicles and bicycles in the right turn manner. We're going to talk about the different types of cycle roads. Cycle tracks, specifically designed for cycling traffic, with the corresponding horizontal and vertical signals, the width of which allow safe passenger of bicycle. Protected by land. Bike lane equipment with lateral elements that physically separate it from the rest of the roadway, as well as from the sidewalk. These types of land are what we normally see in big cities in their construction. They need to use part of the shoulder or steel, as well as one of the land of the road. Therefore, it is a road escape. Bike lane. Cycle road shared with the bus. Cycle path. Cycle track. Cycle path posted on the sidewalk. It is a way that, as its name indicates, use the sidewalk or part of it to be able to circulate the cyclists. This type of road is a bicycle path sidewalk, with the inconvenience of creating serious conflict between pedestrians if they do not recognize the part of the sidewalk enabled for bicycle users. Cycle track. Segregate for motorized traffic with independent roads. Layout. Motorway segregate from motorized traffic with independent road layout in this type of road, even if it located at the same level as the road. It can physically separate from the motorized traffic to avoid doubly invading the space enabled for cycling. Usually, this type of roads are usually newly built and designed in conjunction with the new distribution of the development zone. Pedestrian and cycle roads segregate for motorized traffic, running through open space, park, garden, and forest. There are ways that can be perfectly identified as the safe. From my point of view, using a less dangerous natural space in the absence of motorized vehicles. On the other hand, they have the disadvantage of not clearly defining the zone, enabled for bicycles and pedestrians, as there are not signposted by a road marking. Bikes and bike rails and land. Traffic lanes of motorizing traffic were expressly signaled the possibility of cycling. We propose some hypotheses for development of this investigation. The different speed between the vehicles and bicycles can cause conflict in traffic. Bicycles are less visible to cars because of the blind spot you have when driving. Third, the streets have been designed to mobilize bicycles and not vehicles and not bicycles, which have been modified over the year without thinking about joint mobility. The plan that we designed contemplates the investigation um, with an event and with the actors that we need. For example, an engineer, an designer, an architect, and topography. And then we have in different months made the investigation with all the actors that we need, and each one of them have an activity to realize so we can improve all the ideas that we generate. For this investigation, we suggest an estimated budget. In this case, because of the number of personnel and the time and the travel that we are going to make, because we need to realize what is going on in other cities about this problem, especially. I'm going to explain a little bit the methodology that we use for this experiment. In the city of Valence, we realized that in some street they have a cycle path, but in not all the street. So for the development of this research was used the methodology of observation, where during a period of 2 months an observation of the behavior of cycling, pedestrians and drivers was carried out in the street using cycle tracks and in common street where circulating it is narrow. There are parking spots or you simply do not have a cyclopath. The same of the observation was made in different cities for 2 weeks. Drivers, usually in the day, look in all directions, to the front, back, left, and right, while the cyclist mostly look ahead and to his side. The pedestrian mostly look in all directions. On certain occasions, few cyclists use the specific signs to indicate that they will turn stretching their arm. Remember that at night the visibility is reduced for all involvement. Not all cycling have the reflector and or lights needed to be noticeable. For drivers, the vision is reduced on all fronts because some streets are not very illuminated and have front lights, while pedestrian is depend of this light on the car and street lamp. In the tour around the city, we determine some patterns of the street. In the following figure, we see a wide street that allow the use of cycle road due to the design of the space and the use of the roundabout. Therefore, will have the proper signaling and its own signal to continue along with pedestrians. In this figure, we see a street that does not have a cyclope, where only the use of traffic lights can be observed. In figure 3, the semaphore position allows a non-reflecting mirror of sunlight to be placed, which can be used both to turn and to continue. While visualizing the change of control, you can also see from the mirror the proximity of a cycling on his right side. Recall that the Duke occupied the left seat, which generates an additional reduction of visibility. In this other street, it is visible the placement of the traffic light, in addition to not having the extension of cycling road and give space to the car to be parked. So, in this street, we are going to use the idea of a mirror. Is next to the semaphore. I have placed the example of the position of the mirror. The corresponding test must be performed with the same chain to be used, calibrating the weight, the material required, the solar recharge to continue collecting data. The principal idea is use a miracle that allow us to collect information. This mirror is going to be connected with an application that is going to count the number of bicycles and cars. This is going to calibrate with the sunlight for not reflecting the light that can cause an accident too. So we think that, and it's going to use a solar recharge for continue working out. The variable or factor that will be investigated it will be the interaction between the three involvements, pedestrian, bicycle, and vehicles, and the use of the new device or miracle, capturing information from the application. This application can be used for all the people because the other important fact is they can indicate when there is traffic jam. Which other parameters can affect the result? The external variables. The rain can be caused that you cannot see the mirror and that's the cycling do not go out on the bike. So maybe when it is raining we have to improve another thing. Birth that can be placed on the device. That's another problem with birds that they're everywhere. The observation time as established will be 2 to 4 months. hope you enjoyed the presentation, and this is one of the principal idea we developed for the solution of the problem. Thank you so much and enjoy the road.